From the topsy-turvy world to the Cafe Terrace at night, here are your top 10 bizarre hidden messages in paintings we still can't solve. But before we dive right into today's video, I want to give a shout out to today's video sponsor, Magellan TV. Magellan TV is a hidden jewel in the streaming service world, a service that streams documentaries and documentary series. It's the best value of any premium documentary streaming service in both price and quality. It's the highest rated documentary streaming app on Google Play. Magellan TV is all about the drama of real life, the enduring quest for justice, detectives and victims who will never rest until perpetrators are caught, the nature of the criminal mind, the lives of serial killers, and famous unsolved cases. Magellan TV has the largest and best collection of true crime shows anywhere. They help sponsor my favorite gathering of true crime fans, CrimeCon. The documentary that I watched with my subscription is called Confessions of an Alien Abductee. This documentary is about a curious number of people that have reported being abducted by aliens. I'm not making this up. The documentary does a deep dive into their experiences and how wild but also similar they are. One of the people interviewed believes that he cheated on his wife with an alien. Entertaining is the perfect word to describe this one. It is definitely a must-see if you're interested in conspiracy theories, aliens, and true crime. Magellan TV adds over 20 plus hours of new content weekly. 4K is always included in your subscription, and here's the best part: no ads ever. Claim your special offer for Magellan TV by clicking the link in our description box below. Start your free trial today so you can watch Confessions of an Alien Abductee about people's alien abduction stories and the rest of Magellan TV's true crime collection. In our number 10 spot, we have The Last Supper. For a very long time, well, at least since before the Dan Brown Da Vinci Code books became popular, people believed that sitting beside Jesus in the famous Last Supper painting by Leonardo da Vinci from 1495 to 1498 was John the Apostle. But there was always some suspicion over this, as the person beside Jesus does appear more feminine than the other apostles. Of course, after the Da Vinci Code rose to fame, everyone started questioning the painting. It was suggested that the V shape between Jesus and John represents the female womb, and so it is believed that instead of the person being John, it is actually Mary Magdalene, and the female womb represents that she had a child with Jesus. A lot of historians have tried to debunk this and have said that Leonardo was just copying the Last Suppers before him, and John was always depicted as feminine. Perhaps that's because it was never John in any of the depictions, and it was always Mary being depicted. If Jesus and Mary had a son, of course it would be a secret because of how many people wanted Jesus dead. I'm sure there's a family out there that holds the secret of being Jesus's bloodline. They may even be watching right now. If you like this video, don't forget to smash that like button, as it will really help us out. In our number 9 spot, we have Cafe Terrace at Night. Cafe Terrace at Night is a painting made by Vincent van Gogh in 1888. For many years, it was thought to be a picture of a beautiful French cafe, but in 2015, a Van Gogh expert by the name of Jared Baxter proposed a theory around this painting that perhaps it holds a mysterious message, or perhaps it has an alternative meaning. It was proposed that this painting is Van Gogh's interpretation of Jesus' Last Supper. If you look closely at the painting, you see a man with long hair in white with a gold sash, possibly taking the order of someone at the table. Or is he preaching to his 12 disciples surrounding him? It has also been thought that the shadow of a person in the left-hand corner is thought to be Judas, who betrayed Jesus. There is also hidden crucifixes throughout the painting too, including one above the possible Jesus. Of course, this is only a recent theory, which honestly feels pretty accurate, but sadly we will never be able to confirm it. In our number 8 spot, we have The Girl with the Pearl Earring. This is an oil painting done by a Dutch painter by the name of Johannes Vermeer in 1665. This painting has been a thing of wonder for many people throughout history, as the woman in the painting still remains unknown. Some believe the painting to be of Johann's daughter, and the pearl is a symbol of youthful purity and gentleness. Others claim it is probably someone that the artist loved. Personally, I think it's the latter, because the girl almost looks at the painter with longing. That tells me it's more likely that they were lovers than anything. In our number 7 spot, we have The Wanderer Above the Sea of Fog. The Wanderer Above the Sea of Fog is a painting made by Caspar David Friedrich in 1818. The painting shows a man on the edge of a rock overlooking a world of hills and rocks covered in mist. Why he is looking out into this place, we don't know. Some believe though that it is clear that the figure is on a quest for an unreachable ideal. I don't know if that's clear when I look at this painting. It actually kind of just reminds me of life. Here I am. I know what I want in life, but what I have to do to get there is so foggy. We're all walking blind into the mist, and every so often we see something that makes us hopeful, like a hill poking through, and that keeps us going and gives us reassurance that we're on the right path. But still, our future is foggy. Only our choices help clear away the mist. In our number 6 spot, we have Madonna with Saint Giovannino. This is one of my favorite paintings with a mystery in it. Why? Well, I will tell you in a minute. Gotta leave you hanging for a sec. The Madonna with Saint Giovannino painting was created by an Italian painter by the name of Domenico Ghirlandaio in the 15th century. I might have butchered that one, but it's an Italian name, cut me some slack. The painting depicts a lady, presumed to be Madonna, praying as she looks down at a baby that is seemingly being carried away by an angel. Seems like a pretty normal painting for its time. Except for my favorite part. There is an alien ship in the background. Dun dun dun. In the top right hand corner, you can see something that looks like an alien ship or a giant bug, but that's not very likely. Why would anyone paint a giant bug in the corner of a painting? Nah, this is definitely an alien sighting that took place at this time. Others believe it to be a depiction of a passage from the Gospel of Luke that speaks about shepherds watching over their flock, which honestly makes no sense. It's clearly in the sky, whatever it is, and shepherds don't fly, and it's not God, come on now. I have a new theory though. When you zoom into the flying ship, it looks like a frog. Basically, it's a sign of the reptile people watching over us all. I'm 50% joking, 50% open to that theory being real. In our number 5 spot, we have The Ambassadors. The Ambassadors is a painting done in 1533 by Hans Holbein Younger. The painting depicts 2 men looking rather unhappy, surrounded by a sea of objects. Are said to be Jean de Dinteville and George de Selve. To the passerby, this painting looks like nothing that extraordinary. The men are dressed in dark clothing, and the lighting of the painting isn't particularly bright, and so the energy of the painting isn't the most striking. But when you take a close look at the disc in front of them near the floor, it looks like a skull. A skull rendered in an anamorphic perspective. Why on earth was a skull included in the painting? Well, some think it is to represent memento mori, a phrase used throughout history by the Stoics, meaning remember you must die. It is a reminder that we are mortal. Some wonder if the painter was predicting a death that was soon to come. Perhaps the symbol was a sign of an imminent death of one of those people in the painting. In our number 4 spot, we have the painting called Danaë. This is a painting done by Rembrandt from 1636 to 1643. In the painting, we see a nude woman lying on a bed, looking like she's waving to someone or speaking to someone. There is a man in the corner peeking around the bed and also appearing to look at something in the left-hand corner that we cannot see. Obviously, whom they are trying to get the attention of is of great mystery to everyone, but there is a secret that is quite possibly hidden in the painting that is far more interesting than whomever they are looking at. Apparently, the artist had a wife whom he used as his model for a lot of his work. But when she had passed away, he had another lover, and it is believed that the woman in this painting has facial features of both of the women. Now that's a scandal, and also a little unsettling. If I was the second lover, I would be annoyed / weirded out by that. I would probably get over it because it's a clear sign that he is still grieving, but still, it's a little weird. In our number 3 spot, we have Salvator Mundi. Salvator Mundi, which means savior of the world, has been long thought to be a copy of a painting by Leonardo da Vinci from 1499 to 1510. It was apparently a painting that was lost for 200 years. The painting was mysteriously found and was sold a few times over. It was sold in 2017 to the Crown Prince of Saudi for $400 million. Sure, that's just petty cash to him. Anyways, the painting was originally found in terrible condition and required a lot of restoration, which has led some experts to think, is it even Leonardo's anymore, even if it once was? In our number 2 spot, we have the death of Van Gogh. Okay, so this one isn't necessarily a secret hidden within a particular Van Gogh painting, but I mean, perhaps in his self-portraits, the secret is something hidden within him that he took to the grave. The secret I am referring to is the one that questions whether Van Gogh actually did, take his own life. Even though he managed to convince his brother and a few others that he did try to take his own life, not everyone is convinced. An incident happened where Van Gogh survived for a few days after, and then he passed away. There were a lot of signs around the incident that pointed to him possibly covering for someone. Apparently, the location where Vincent supposedly tried to injure himself is not a place where it would have been easy to do so. Apparently, there was no evidence that showed that a weapon had gone through him. And finally, there was a letter that he sent to his brother the day of the incident where he spoke excitedly about some new paints coming in. That doesn't sound like someone who was on the precipice of leaving the planet by choice. People have said that Van Gogh was an extremely kind man and that it's possible he covered up for a man named René Screeton, who was known to bully Vincent. People believe this was Vincent's last act of kindness. In our number 1 spot, we have the Topsy Turvy World. The Topsy Turvy World is an oil painting made by Peter Bruegel the Elder in 1559. Within it are allegedly 112 proverbs acted out. There could be more, but that is the number that has been discovered to date. You'll see some such as swimming against the tide or banging one's head against a brick wall. Trying to take on the task of discovering all of these proverbs would be honestly way too much of a hard task for lil old me. I'm more of a Sudoku kind of gal, I'll stick to that. But there is a sort of Where's Waldo feel to this painting, knowing that there is so much to uncover hidden within it. I'm Melissa Melotti, and I hope that you have a good day, sir.